Don't know where to begin. I've never felt so undone. Being fine is all I want. This battle I must outrun. Open my eyes, let it all out. Yeah, there's no turning back now. Fall in my arms, away from the crowd. Taking shots of an Novocaine. Let me feel it so insane. But my heart's to the point where I black out. Whoa, whoa. And I don't like it when you're gone. Before we stop hearing all the songs, isn't that what love's all about? Oh, we are where the wild things are. Oh, we don't care about the scars that we get off of one night after sunrise. It will end. Yeah, we are where the wild things are. Nothing holds us back now. We'll rise and we'll fall. Boundaries we won't allow. We learn to run before we crawl. Then we come back around, running in circles. Jumping over hurdles, I was too tall. Fall in my arms, away from the crowd. Taking shots of an Novocaine. Let me feel it so insane. But my heart's to the point where I black out. Whoa, whoa. And I don't like it when you're gone. Before we stop hearing all the songs, isn't that what love's all about? Oh, we are where the wild things are. Oh, we don't care about the scars that we get off of one night after sunrise. It will end. Yeah, we are where the wild things are.
Life is short. Time is fast. No replay, no rewind. So enjoy every moment as it comes. Every day is a new day, and you'll never be able to find happiness if you don't move on.
Living my life with the bad in me, but I don't show it, you know how I be. Keeping it cool, doing good deeds, without the devil coming up on me. Yeah, I do these flows like memories, still regaining all the energy. And I will keep doing this for centuries. Nobody's gonna stop me. 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 Nobody's gonna stop. Nobody's gonna stop me. 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 Living my life with the bad in me, but I don't show it, you know how I be. Keeping it cool, doing good deeds, without the devil coming up on me. Yeah, I do these flows like memories, still regaining all the energy. And I will keep doing this for centuries. Nobody's gonna stop me. 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 Stop me. Stop me. Nobody's gonna stop me. Nobody's gonna stop. Nobody's gonna stop. Nobody's gonna stop. Nobody's gonna stop.
Crazy in love from the first sight, holding my breath till your words come. Candles bright up the room around, sparkles light between our eyes. Can't see you, darling, I wanna see you flying. We already decided, we're just getting started. It's always you that I think of. It's easy to see that I'm in love. Hold my hand to find it. Who you wanna die with? It's always you that I think of. It's easy to see.
Evening.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Too Easy show match between Vae Victis Academy and Too Easy Cosmos. For your casters tonight, we've got me, Rory, and Reflect, and we also have a special guest here with us. If you would like to say a few words at the beginning.
Oh, thank you very much, Rory. It's a pleasure to be here tonight. Yeah, so I'm looking to do a quick intro so everyone's kind of up to speed in terms of like the teams tonight. On one hand, we have TZ Cosmos, famous for its FTD main tank, the amount of feeding they do during scrims. As well as a really great a bunch of players coming together for playing together, right? More or less as a solid team, but also as a friend group. Also, on the other hand, we have a Victis Academy. Um, Strangely enough, Vae Victis Academy recently gone through a certain reform because originally it had two teams, so the main team, Vae Victis, the team, and also Vae Victis Academy. Now they've kind of reorganized things and kind of created a new team, as you can see. It'll be interesting tonight because we're kind of expecting a pretty close matchup. Just because on one hand, Vae Victis being a new team is quite new and you could say slightly inexperienced together, not as much synergy. And on the other hand, playing with a main support sub, Esta, um, they will have to, in a sense, use their synergy, right, to play to actually like match up against players of from a higher elo, which in this case, Vae Victis Academy.
Well,
That's very true.
thank you, Mr. Cointree.
Always
Everyone,
a pleasure.
give us some pause champs for Coin. We want some
Cool.
pause champs for this man. And I would also like to comment on Vae Victis' logo. This thing is tiny on stream, but that is besides the point at the moment. We're going to be heading into the game. As Coin said there, both teams. You got Vae Victis, which is a bit of a newer team, while Cosmos they've been around. They've been around for a while, coming up on roughly 6 months, and they also have a sub in the form of Esta, who's an strangely enough an off tank player on the main support. Not something you usually see, but you never question Esta because this man does not follow the laws of physics. Another thing to always be keeping in mind is the players themselves and what they tend to enjoy. We've been sort of given a list, for want of a better word, of what the players like to enjoy. So based off that, we can kind of guess what kind of team comps we'll be expecting out of both teams. So, for example, if we just take a quick look at over what Victus is running, with their team, their main tank being Storm. In game, he is named Chief Captain. He's a Ryan. It seems to be a Ryan player, so we could expect some form of rush off that. If you look at Was he Police in game, his main is Diva. So once again, we're looking at like a kind of a very rush centric esque team. I've got the names wrong. My apologies. Storm is in game. Chief Captain is the actual hit scan DPS. Bit of McCree. Hate. The main support is Brig, and we've also got Naparka, who seems to enjoy Anna. So they've got a mix of Rush and very scuffed goats. So I'm not too sure which time zone these lads are trapped in at the moment. And we can't forget Darlo, who is their flex CPS. Doesn't really have a specific character that he really enjoys. It's just a bit split between Genji and Tracer as his main two. So we've got like your typical 2017 Overwatch player mixed with Goats players, and that's kind of what we're working with at the current moment. If we then look over at Cosmos, they're, as Coin said once again, very known, very well known for their Reinhardt with FDD. They really like having that Ryan. They really like the sort of more rush based compositions, but they are not exactly strangers to the ball comps or even some monkey related things. But their strong point would certainly be the Rhine or the ball. Their off tank silence, very well rounded player, knows all the off tanks well. In particular, the Diva is his favorite. So both teams are looking like quite strong on the rush side. But when you look at the rest of Cosmos's players and like their hero pools, it doesn't exactly line up perfectly. For example, their hit scan DPS Asp, very well known for his Tracer and Widow, has been branching out into Sombra recently, but he is very much your typical Widow player. You're not really expecting him to be pulling out something like the Cassidy or in some strange cases, something like a May, very into more of the sniper based characters and also that Tracer Sombra, more of the dive kind of thing, which definitely leans a lot more towards the ball compositions that we might end up seeing. Their hit scan deep or not their hit scan, my apologies. Their flex CPS in Shadows, he is Lota in game. Genji, Genji and Echo. If we see him on something else, I'm gonna be impressed. If I'm a Pharah one trick, this man can only play Genji. I don't even know what to tell you. Genji and Echo, kind of his main two. So again, ball comps. Look, I feel like that's what we're really going to be seeing coming out from Cosmos. Now Esta is an off tank player on main sports. I can't make any comments there. I'm assuming he's just going to be pocketing someone. And then finally, Misfit, very once again similar to Silence, a very well-rounded flex sport player, most commonly seen on the map, but he is known to enjoy Ana. I can't say much about his Zen because I have never seen it. And other than that, just kind of what you would expect. Bap, Ana. So both teams have a good mix of hero pools, but when you look at Cosmos, they seem to be a little bit more, just a little bit more flexible compared to Vae Victis, just based on the characters they really enjoy. And this is with me having next to no knowledge on what they actually play. So this is what I'm basing it off of from roughly 4 messages that I was given about 20 minutes ago. That's what we're working with here. That is the level of production that 2Easy has, so I hope you're not expecting anything more, because that's what we're going to be working with tonight. I would also like us, even though you can see it on the stream, I would like everyone to thank Benetton for being our observer tonight and also being our, whatever the hell you would call it, streamer production man. He is the reason you are able to hear us, and he is also the reason I am named Rory Chan. So I'm going to be doing some things to him which I'm not allowed to say on the stream because we cannot do that here. We're just currently waiting for the teams to pick their maps. I believe it is Cosmos who need to be picking, or for all I know, it could be Vae Victis. I don't really know. Looks like we're going to be heading into Lijiang Tower for our map. That does not mean it's starting right now. Once again, 2Easy production quality. We don't do anything smoothly. The longer this takes, the better. We were meant to start half an hour ago. This is what
Very
we were
true.
working once again.
And it seems like Lijiang Tower actually has been picked. And as you mentioned earlier, I'm expecting a Brawl Mirror on Control Center, which is like the known Brawl map on the map on Lijiang Tower. But when it comes to the other maps, I'm a little bit interested. I think, realistically, on Night Market as well, I'll expect them to both pull out the Brawl with the P realistically. And I'm expecting the 6-man Brawl Monkey Diva Mirror on Gardens. I think that's my prediction for this match. I think it's going to be a lot of mirroring on all maps.
Yeah, a lot. I think now one thing that I do know about Cosmos is that they can certainly flex their team comps. I think if they don't come out on the sort of rush TP mirror, if they don't come out on that on Lijiang Night Market, I feel there's going to be a good chance they could be running some kind of ball spam base comp. Have the ball, the Echo Mercy, maybe something like an Ana or a Zen. Most likely an Ana, knowing Misfits. Ana seems to be a lot stronger compared to a Zen. And then as for Asp, I would assume he would take on the role of a Tracer. I doubt he would take out a Widowmaker.
I hope he doesn't.
If we're lucky, we'll see the Widow on Kings. If they're going to be doing like the Surefour roundabout strat. But I highly doubt that will happen.
Yeah, neither. I hope, realistically, unless we see something like Junkdown or Havana, I hope, for Cosmo's sake, that Asp does not pull out the Widow. Unless he is like giving Vae Victis the easy chance to win. I hope the Widow stays in spawn.
We keep the Widow on the hero select screen. We're not pulling it out tonight.
Yeah, maybe.
All apologies to our Widow fans. But we're finally starting on Lijiang. Our first map is going to be Control Center. So Reflect, once again, what do you think we are going to be working with?
I am expecting a full-on Brawl Mirror. But I think, realistically, the most normal comp is Ryan Sig, Junk Sim, and then a Lucio Bap. It's like the most common one. Playing like a Brawl Bam hybrid. But a few teams also has seen pull out the Diva instead, so you can play more aggressive. We play Doom for add more aggressiveness as well. We might see a May Cree, something like that.
Yep.
As we're currently seeing.
See that being possible. Now there is one thing.
Go on.
Cosmos seems to be doing a little bit of trolling with the current hero picks, baiting the stream. It seems like.
Round 1.
Both teams coming out on the same TV. Same mirror.
I'm expecting to see Vae Victis play a lot faster as they have to do. They need to go in a lot faster. Liquid punishes, liquid one taps through this punch.
But now, as we are heading in, one thing you need to keep in mind with these team comps is the double shield. While it's very good at blocking the spam, it's going to be great at charging up the sim beam. And Chief Captain on the backline is taking out Loda on the jungle map, and hate is. I can't even pass this. We're coming in. NA production, boys. Vae Victis just completely demolishing the fight thanks to Chief Captain's flank right on the back.
Yeah, that one pick on the jump crack.
Went over to help him out.
Like that one pick on the jump crack just denies so much spam for Cosmos, so it's easy for Vae Victis to just overwhelm them when that happens.
It really is.
And we also finished off with a quick window from Parka as well.
Oh, the big spam coming out from FTD. He's going through. I can't see anything that's happening. We got Asuka getting punched. I don't know what's happening. We're in first person this entire time. He's trying to take people down. Storm coming in with the slam. Am I just gonna signal dropping in from silence? Just managed to find out with it. We got FTD trying to strike. They actually melted down. Meteor strike coming out. Lands down, manages to find one. Chief Captain taking up Misfit as well with a shot, and Darrow smacking Esta into a wall. It's just not looking well for Cosmos at the moment. They're not going in.
You can say that, but Vae Victis did invest 3 ultimates there, and FTD was on the one on the Cosmos using to shatter. I expected him to just run it, do a TP play with the window, come inside the wall, play point, possibly do a late beat if needed, counter beats for Vae Victis. And that, in my opinion, is a very shit wall. I'm going to beat that wall will not give you much value.
Okay, big wall, big wall. You have the Doomfist fight trying to happen anywhere. It's beat going out from STD. Too much fun. FTD is taking out Hate, and now Darlo and Alota are going to be taken themselves out in the Doomfist fight. Who's going to be the winner? Who's going to be the Doom Diff? This is absolutely Pega, and Darlo is the Doom Diff. However, 2EZ Cosmos still take the fight for themselves.
It seems like the wall did work out in the end. Did force out beat from Vae Victis as well when STG uses his beat, which is a big trade as they won the fight as well. I think this fight is gonna all come down to who gets a big shatter. And as I say that, FTD gets blocked, but Storm gets blocked as well, so no shatter can use.
They all coming through the animal. Rosie's taking down FTD now, and Darlo's looking to head on in. Heading out of the fight, Loda uses the meteor strike, doesn't manage to find anyone with it, but is disrupting the team. Chief Captain takes out Loda while Misfit saying out Darlo. Both teams down their Doomfist, but it seems like they're just not going to focus around. They've lost their first, but Silence has taken out Chief Captain, who's really been proven to be the coward of this fight. With FTD now walking up the point, trying to take out the sports. Doesn't manage to find anything with it, but now it's getting rolled down himself. He's trying to escape, and it's not going too well. We've got Loda's taking out the backline once again. Asuka's taking out right back. This Cosmos are straightly turning this around. He's got a wall that's actually useful for him, but Darlo is actually demolishing Cosmos. I don't know what's happening.
With a shield.
From Misfit. Takes out the D, and the Victis reclaim the point themselves. Cosmos were putting up a very good fight. They were keeping the point to themselves, and it looked like they were about to turn it around, but I think a mix of target priority
and Doomfist.
They're trying to rush the point, but they
can't touch.
We will stop us. We're now moving on to the next map. We're gonna see what it is.
And what we know is called Brawl is known as the team comp that's most suited for Fuse Cosmos, and seeing them, may I say, kind of struggling against Vae Victis is not promising for the rest of the series. But again, as you spoken earlier, we're expecting to have more flexibility from Cosmos.
But it does not seem to have been a worthwhile one. Both teams out, as usual, coming out on the
6-man as predicted, may I say.
Yep. Reflex Brain is simply too large.
Yeah.
He's been reading these teams before.
Unlucky it's a bad comp.
Loda's right been forced out already. Doesn't look like the long FP's bubble. Both teams are looking to engage. We've got Darlo is stuck on the side. He has his right down, but isn't being rushed by Cosmos. Their focus is definitely on the main team in front. Hack went off onto D.Va, just managed to find a way with it, but it was given Cosmos an absolute amount of space to work with. Darlo's taking down into D.Va. Being down their main tank, they can now just be easily rushed. That's exactly what's happening. The Parka, Kate, Darlo, everyone mowing down Cosmos. Vae Victis is just really messing up Cosmos' flow. They were staying inside that room, and they weren't even able to find a bit of value out of it. They had a chance to rush Darlo earlier on, but didn't even try to take it. Instead, they kept their focus on trying to engage the front line, which, as you can tell, didn't really work out for them.
While they're resetting, something I want you to keep an eye on is the fact that Asp is coming on the Sombra, while Vae Victis has opted on running Heavy Betrays instead, which I can't see working, but it currently is. As the EMP and utility from the hack just gives you a lot of advantages, but I guess with a chase replay it's easy to chase down.
Really it comes down, it's a matter of complex, but now we've got quite starting coalescence coming up from the side of Vae Victis. We've got FD unleashing the primal rage. Silence is looking to do something, but he's not able to find anything this fight. Captain taking down SCP. Loda and Silence just completely dropping off the map, and Chief Captain is getting rid of FTD on the main tank, and it doesn't look like anything will be able to come from this fight on the side of Cosmos. Returning to the story about the Tracer, I really think it's simply a case of a comfort pick. That's the only reason it's being pulled out, and it's the only reason it's working.
Could be, but again, same thing you said as recently he's been known to being very stress players.
He dropped out, man, just got 4. Loda calling in with the Death Blossom, finds 2 with it. Is he going to get a 3rd with shotgun? He barely does. Silence is showing off a bit of a deeper difference. We're going through here. That does not mean it is really 1, but he did get the kill, so. That was a very nice EMP Blossom on this side of Cosmos. Came out, they had that booster speed as well to really push people back in. So I think it was a good fight. I don't think Vae Victis really played too well with that. And Loda's taken down 8.
Beacon in place.
Well done.
Yeah, that's it. That's crucial second. That's like 20%. Basically, if I'm predicting, we're going to see Vae Victis run it very quickly down with the Coalescence. Midfield will realistically probably mirror the Coalescence. And they're as we see.
Got both Coalescence coming out, Deed as well on the side of Cosmos. Just finding out doesn't really save anyone though. We're rushing back with this Fade because the team is more than down. Storm with trying to rage out, trying to disrupt the team as much as he can. Kane is actually one shot and no one is still chaining down. He manages to find him, but Darlo coming out with the Death Blast and takes out Laura. Deep Captain and Storm have already taken out 2 members of Cosmos, and Storm has taken out a 4th. They're now rushing through. Misfit and FTD, the only ones who remain on the side of Cosmos, but they fall as well. 91% to Vae Victis. It seems like they're going to be ending the map right here. The Lotus jumps onto the point. It looks like we're going to be entering a stall fight. He's got the Death Blossom, but will he use it? He does. Dies instantly. Doesn't actually find any value through it. Silenced. Jumping onto the point as well. Trying to control as much as possible. Cosmos only have one thing on their mind, and it is get this point to themselves. Just trying to get as long of the stall as they possibly can. Sorry. Captain takes down FTD. Asp falls on the Sombra, and that is going to be map 1 going to Vae Victis, not Cosmos. Production quality is large today.
I think, from watching the 6-man, I think there's only one thing that differentiated the teams between each other. Even though it was a comp difference, and I generally think Cosmos on composition is better. I just think they lack target focus, and that's the reason why they lost. Vae Victis' target focus seemed a lot more cleaner than Cosmos did.
They really did. They seem to have a lot more focus fire, a lot more just general synergy compared to Cosmos. Cosmos seemed a little bit all over the place. Now that could be because Cosmos is down a main support player at the moment. They don't have that 6th man to really synergize with. They've got their coach. They've got their coach playing the main support for them, which can be seen as it can be seen in 2 different ways. you can be like you can see it as, oh, he can help them in the middle of the game, but at the same time they're lacking the synergy that they would usually have with a regular main support. We never got to see the Lijiang Night Market, which I would have thought could have been weighted a little bit more towards Cosmos, but it looks like now. Our next map has been chosen, King's Row. Something you would expect from Cosmos, you know? They like the King's Row, they like the brawl maps. Now, the one thing I am thinking here is it's not gonna exactly be perfect. Because we just saw there that Vae Victis performed fairly well in the brawl into Cosmos, so it leaves you in a bit of a situation where you're wondering, how well is this going to end up working out? Like, could picking King's Row, which is, you know, like pretty much the brawl map, could I come back to bite them in the back, or what will end up happening here?
As mentioned earlier, I think Vae Victis does have the stronger brawl, and Cosmos, I would say, is more or less kind of known as a brawl, or the B team almost. But as most of us know, on this map, on attack, we will see something different than just brawl. We will see what's known. It's the funny.
The funny.
And the question is, can Vae Victis find a counter to the funny, or will they get overwhelmed by the pure chaos that is the funny?
As someone who has previously played against the funny and countered it thanks to a man by the name of Bucky, who happened to be on the team with me, it's an extremely interesting comp.
It really is.
The funny relies on two things. The fact no one sees it coming, just pure surprise factor, and another thing that it relies on is chaos. Because as you will see when we get into this game, the funny makes no sense. It's got one job, and it is make sure that you don't know what's happening. And that is what you're working with when it comes to the funny.
And of course ints, like, don't forget ints.
We do like a little bit of int.
Inting is crucial while playing the funny.
Which is why it is absolutely perfect.
Yeah. As we're currently seeing, Cosmos will be on attack, which means we will probably see the funny being opened up with.
Ready for battle.
And we are currently seeing the funny being stabilized with the tank comp.
The funny has been locked in. It's missing a few of the core heroes, but it is certainly the funny that we are familiar with.
Yeah, but again, I think a funny bit Lota on the video might be interesting to see. I wouldn't mind that.
I feel like it's a little bit of a bait.
Yeah, probably is a bait, but you never know.
Would you like to join DJ4's group, Mr. Bantam?
Would you not want?
Heading into the game now. When you take a look at the comp that the Victis is running, it's your usual brawl, but they've decided to substitute in the Doomfist, which, who knows, like, could end up working in favor of the
I think it will, as now they have added CC and another stun and added the one-shot combo as well. So I think the Doom pick is mighty crucial. As we see loads of fuck up the Diag. But still, it doesn't matter, he's still running it down main with his team. And that's why the Doom pick is working. Already getting a clean pick up on SCP. Nothing you can do against it.
The Victis now looking for their chance in. But Cosmos is going around, Lothar taking down the Storm and Chief Captain. Charge going in from FTD. He goes in. How have they turned this around? The power of the funny. It works out for them. Lothar running in himself. Doesn't manage to find much with it. But earlier on, we can see there, Lothar or Shadows, whatever the hell you want. Into it. It worked.
He's still inting in, and it almost paid off getting a big up to hate.
Oh, if hate fell there, that could have spelled disaster.
And I kind of just want to quickly point out the UEC diff between hate and Aquasti currently. It's tragic to see.
But Deep going out from 8, boosting up the entire side of Victus. The Shatter comes down, massive slam from Storm. He's not managing to find any value with it. The lamp has to try to save him. Just dies because of it. Loda swapping now over to the main. Gets some wall up, is trying to reach people. Just gets silence. Travel away, just come through. Finds one. Ant going through as well. Taking down the main tank. Vae Victis is being absolutely demolished by the sheer stupidity that is the funny. FPD is just acting as a punching bag, and he's getting away with it.
I'm expecting Silence to go to Diva now, if as first point has been taken as we see. Which means they're opting now for the more traditional dive, the more traditional brawl. And as you see, they're also running the Mei, which I think will do a lot more utility than what the Hanzo will. At the same time, we need to always keep an eye out for the cross-map accidental one-shots.
Wall doesn't manage to find anything. Came out a little bit too early. Got Cosmos are starting to back off now. Lamp comes through. Manages to save one. FP and Asp both taking down 2 members of Vae Victis, and it seems like now they've found their chance to run in with the window that came up from Misfit. A very well-timed window fire strike from Cosmos, really proving that they do have the synergy on that is needed to play Brawl. And it seems like the way that they like to play is to use that surprise factor that people aren't expecting to really end up messing the enemy team, so they can get their lead, they can get their ult advantage, and they can keep snowballing off that as they progress through the game.
We also now see Dollar going back onto the Doom piece. I'm expecting him to go a little faster, look for his one taps, and Dollar is dead.
I move goes out. Finds to massive boot. I lost. Got Wuzzy rushing in, trying to get the Diva diff on, but he doesn't manage to find it. Estaki making a mild comment on the state of the Lucios. Something that I would like to refer to as a red shell moment. I think Turbo's going to kill me later, but we will find out soon enough.
Yeah. And I just wanted to point out again, like, it's such a big Lucio diff at the moment. And
it seems supposed to be a bit of a Rhine diff, massive time going out.
The
beat saves them. But it was still absolutely beautiful. The block into a slam of his own, absolutely perfectly played by Storm. But it doesn't even matter. They're getting demolished. Silence is taken out 2 by himself. This man is absolutely carrying Cosmos along with Loda, landing some good walls. Let's see, Estaki, can he do it? He can't even do it.
Needs some help. Loda, that's unbelievable.
What this?
I can promise you, Hate would kill 3 people there.
Hate would have gone in, soloed 3 of them, left out, not even having to use amp.
Exactly. That's really T from a good piece of
Window
play.
coming up from Cosmos. Doesn't seem to be doing much. Stan's standing in the bomb. Who is this man? Who is Silence? I love it. What else can we say?
I think there's only one thing we can say, and that's that's all we can say.
0 to 3.
Silence coming out with that bottom at the end, completely securing the point for Cosmos. That was absolutely beautiful.
It really was.
You can really see now that because of the funny, they gained a lead, they gained an ult advantage, and they could snowball that lead and ult advantage into the next 2 points. They had their moments where they needed to take a pause. They kind of got thrown off the rhythm, but they still managed to come back and secure everything for themselves. And Cosmos are proving that they are not complete idiots, just partial ones.
Yeah.
But now, the funny obviously cannot be used on defense. It is a purely offensive comp.
Yeah. So
Incoming in 30
it seemed like funny would. What we will see, I think we will see what Cosmos is running on both sides. But knowing Darlot, I don't think we're going to see a Mei at all. So probably it's going to stick on Hanzo or go to Doom. Yes, and Chief Captain probably going to look for a pick, then hopefully switch unless he's platinum, which means he'll never switch. But he's on the Reaper already, so it doesn't matter. But also running there.
Oh, never mind. They don't. You've been baited.
Yeah.
Swapping over to the Ana, or swapping the Ana over to the Bath and dropping the Sombra as well. They seem to be going with This is quite an old comp, as far as I'm aware. The wall. Oh,
And it's why
Very
you run a
well.
May. Exactly why you run a May. That Mabel, walling off the rain, no follow-up, can't eat anything, can't heal. She's just dead. Yeah, first round.
very
Fight.
good job from Loda with the May wall, and also very well played by FG, charging straight and making sure that Storm doesn't have a chance to get anything off. Just a very good job from Cosmos. They really know what they're doing. They know how to play.
Dolot is now currently sitting with High Ground as well as the Sunburst. I'm expecting him to, he's on High Ground. I'm expecting him to look on the hack on either Diva or Ryan. And then try to move one of them down.
Window coming on now, the wall as well, forcing people back. Silence getting the kill on the Storm, but Darlow has managed to take down Loda. It's 5 for 5 by both teams, but missing their main tank. Vae Victis is missing a lot of their power, and it seems like they're going to be backing off, getting a regroup since they've got the quicker spawn times. They can get in a lot quicker now. With the EMP coming up as well, one EMP could completely seal the Cosmos' death here. The one coming out, FTP completely whiffs the shatter and falls in the process. Chief Captain coming through, taking up the kills that he needs, and now Vae Victis have secured the point for themselves.
And not to point out again, but I don't think STK is beat yet. And Hate already has beat, so I think we see
All on the
at
point.
least a dip.
Asp. Look, who knows? Those 5 seconds could be the difference between victory or defeat here. You never know.
Could be. Now I'm expecting for Vae Victis to just run it on main with the EMP. I'm expecting the EMP
Yes,
list.
just hack onto the back. Keep it going through. Not the best EMP in the world. Doesn't push to find 4 still, but doesn't take care of a crucial target and miss it. Wuzzy finds the kill onto Loda, but FTB is taking down Chief himself. With Wuzzy being taken out of mech, there's not much he can do, but FTB's gotten hacked now by Darlow. Is Darlow gonna fall here? He does. Down the Sombra. The beat goes out by FTP.
Big beat. Big counter beat as well.
The counter beat comes through. Storm chasing after FTB, but Asp manages to save his teammate, and they can now rush through with their victory. Let's see. Can they do it? They come through. They're not trying to push the advantage too much though. They know their limits. They know they can't take them on back close to the spawn with the characters they've got, and they're gonna be backing off now, respecting the Victus the way they need to. With the ult that's coming on here, I think we might see a bit of a funny combo, but we won't. FTP doesn't have his slam yet. He's not going through. Silence gets a very good bomb onto Naparka, along with High Noon taking out Wuzzy. Loda has locked himself in a room with the Reinhardt. They managed to take him down. Eski doing something useful on the Lucio again. This is rare footage. Takes a screenshot. It'll last longer. FD taking down Wuzzy as well, and now Chief Captain is locked in a room. He takes down FDD. Does he get out? No, does he get out? Can he do it? Can the man do it? TP. He escapes.
There's no.
Who is this?
And I would like to just quickly point out, if anyone did notice, at the start of the fight there, Cosmos was running or trying to do a bomb pin Ryan, but FTD did fuck up the pin and just slammed straight into the wall.
Well, the fight still went well for them. You can really see that it didn't go as smoothly as it could have. But with the window now, Chief Captain gets absolutely one shot. FTD whiffs another shatter. This man, you could call a mess on the Lucio at this point. We're going through. They're trying to take on Storm inside, but he is locked inside with the top. Loda takes down the Lucio. Storm taking down FTD himself.
MTD.
I can't see what's happening. I don't understand. Loda's taking down to. I'm just reading off the kill feed at this point. Waddy balls from the mech. Come on, Esta. Come on, Esta.
Oh, you need to beat that next time, man. You can't be losing to the Baby Diva. But for the first time in this game, I actually think Astaki is currently in the lead when it comes to Lucio ult charge. So I'm guessing Hate is just currently not having the best performances.
Chat, Twitch chat, clip it now. This is the only time it's going to happen this game. Now we've got Cosmos coming through. They're just barely stopping the point for coming through. The massive EMP really cancels out the beat. Look at him go. With the window as well, making sure that they've got damage to finish off this fight. Keith takes down 2 by himself. With the window coming through, all Cosmos can even hope to do is stall out this point just for a little bit. Loda locked himself into the ice block. This is going to be a very painful death. And with the flashbang, right?
Pilot has been
absolutely
outskilled.
No respect.
God, disgusting. I think, realistically, Cosmos should have seen that one coming. I think they should have known the EP was there, and doing a big engagement like that is such a big misplay. Now,
that's a miscommunication, I think. That's just without the regular main support, they can't do much. Silence extending in The bomb once again with the beat going out from HG takes down FTD before anything can happen. With the high noon going out, but manages to get eaten. Storm taking on Misfit and Wuzzy. The remake kill. Who is this man? Silence falls. The Blizzard came out from Loda as well. I feel like that's a little bit of a waste. It came out like when about 3 of his team members were dead. You can't really pull back with that one. Loda has actually swapped to the Hanzo, so maybe he just wanted to get that ult out of the way. And get on with it. With the window coming down, Loda takes down Tate with a beautifully placed shot. Silence is hacked, but it doesn't look like Vae Victis is going to try and do anything with it. There's a very nice lamp going down. Manages to save FTD. The big
another MTD. No.
FTD, more like MTD. Let's go through. Chief Captain coming out with the Death Blossom. Barely manages to find anyone. Very nice eat on the side of Silence. Loda takes down Chief Captain himself. And what was he? Is sitting here. He doesn't have the mech. He can't do much on his own. But Loda is coming through. He's popping up. He's hitting the shots that he needs to hit. And it looks like they're going to be able to take this back. Aspect's headshot down onto Storm. And now it's just Darlo on the top. He's TPing out. He's trying to run away. FTD, is he going to stop Darlo from escaping? Is he going to? And he does. Lands the charge. Loadout really came in clutch with that Hanzo at the very end.
Putting his team on the back.
This is the scrappiest fight I've ever seen in my life. Like, this is what happened. When I say scrap, like, the only thing that rivals this is the 2 5-year-olds taking a fight after school.
FTD's on the flank. FTD's on the flank. Watch out, guys. Watch out for the FTD flank.
FTD flank, FTD flank. They know, though. The big slam. He's coming through. Charge. What are you doing?
But does not.
FTD.
It's all fine because 2East Cosmos has to follow up.
Look,
So
when the
all
clip
good.
goes into the montage, we only showed the slam. We don't need the rest. It'll be fine.
Yeah, it's alright. Right,
FTD.
Rory, you won't show anything more, right?
Well, let's
As
see
you see,
now.
Darlo still has the MP, but I'm expecting to use it very soon.
Chief has swapped over to the Genji. Very interesting pick with the EMP coming out now. Manages to find 4 members of Cosmos going through. Chief gets the slam onto FTD. We have the bomb going out from Silence. Manages to find the Parka. This could actually be very good for Cosmos. We got Wuzzy. Anything in the background. Manages to take down Loda, but Silence is absolutely wrecking himself. These 2 divas are really proven to show their strengths in this fight. Chief now taking down Misfit. Both teams missing their Baptiste. Aft swapping over to the Widow. He misses 1 shot. He misses 2 shots. He gets the 3rd. He manages to find 1. He lands another one with the. He's a body shot bandit. Look at this man go. Coleman magazine with the body shots.
Body shot. Body shot after body shot after body shot. That's what we're going to see.
Loda falls now to Storm slam. It's going through. Storm misses the charge. He's falling to the side of Cosmos. The slam. FDD. How do you miss that? And Cosmos take the map. I don't reflect what is happening.
I couldn't tell you. Well, but something I can say is we currently see the extraordinary performance from Hades. 2 player of the games in a row now. It's just I've never seen a bigger main spot difference in my life. 2East Cosmos still managed to get a victory off.
Who's the better Lucio, Reflect, you or Hate?
Probably Hades. Probably Hades.
You're humble. You love to see it. You love to see it. Well then. We return. It is now 1-1. Cosmos proving that they are not really too bad in the brawl. Maybe that first map was just a bit of a warm-up for them.
Possibly. But it could also be the fact that they ran the comfortable comp in the funny. Not really
Exactly.
caught up
They're
to
very
God
used to
and
being thrown. It is possibly their, at least if not their strongest map, it is absolutely their strongest hybrid.
that's quite possible.
Especially thanks to the funny. When in doubt, funny it out.
And then just
We're now
carried on
waiting
the
for
momentum.
We're now waiting for the teams to pick their next map. It's going to be Vae Victis, and I assume it is going to be Halo to next. So, Reflex, what are you expecting? What do you think Vae Victis will pull out?
I think they will pull out the Twisted P map currently, being Hanamura. But if you see Escort or Payload,
Alright, everyone, I want you all to log on to Overwatch right now and report the entirety of Vae Victis. Thank you all. Continue, Reflect. My apologies.
If you're seeing the Payload, which I don't think we will, as it's currently Hanamura is currently being chosen. But if it turns out they're doing a mistake I am expecting them to possibly. I was gonna say the Junkertown or Havana, but I don't think they. I think they might expect them losing the duel in the middle, or the sniper duels. So probably Dorado, I think, is the most optimal, as I think they pull off a die composition a lot better than the 2 Cosmos will.
I see, I see. I can understand that there. I can see where you're coming from. I think Cosmos have a decent chance on the Dorado themselves, but sure, look. We're heading in now, we're on the Hanamura. There
But
is
sadly,
one thing I would like to say, though, and that's I'm expecting well, we're not on defense right now for Cosmos, but when Cosmos are on defense, I'm going to be expecting some form of how would you say, some form of double shield spam poke S comp. That's what I'll be expecting out of them. Whereas
yeah,
on the
but
attack, I'm definitely expecting them to come through with, as you can see with the sim, they're gonna have the TP strat, they're gonna have the sim, gonna have the maybe possibly a May, I would assume. Go through with the May sim, TP onto the point, and try to sort of brawl it out there. Once again, like brawl is definitely their strong point. With the ball comp is something they have as like a backup more or less, but it doesn't seem like something they can consistently pull off.
yeah, I do agree. I think they will try to put out some type of broke comp on attack. But on defense, I'm a little bit unsure. I think they'll try to pull out the double shield as we're currently seeing from Vae Victis.
Defend objective A.
But now, like we said, the TP strat coming through. Rolling onto the left. Let's see how Vae Victis responds to this. They've got the Arista set up on the point. They're TPing through, rushing straight onto the Arista, but they're taking on the map. He's out on his own. He gets pooped off the map. That's an absolutely massive pick for them, and FTD's taking down Storm as well. He takes down Hay while he's at it. And this looks like the fight is already won for Cosmos. We got Estaki. Come on, Esta. Come on, Esta. You can do it. He runs away.
Oh, he runs away.
This is not my Lucio. Hate is my Lucio.
So,
There's nothing.
yeah, they just seem to get overwhelmed by the. They just seem to get overwhelmed by the ball there.
They really did. You can see there, the boop onto Naparka was the one thing that just fully sent this. If that boop never happened, this could have gone extremely differently. He mispositioned. He was out on the side. Got sent off by Esta. Once again, one of the few good things you will see him do on the Lucio this match. And just absolutely sent it out. But we can see the Pharah, the pharmacy being locked in, and I think this, like, Pharah is the Cosmos kryptonite. If you want to beat Cosmos, you go Pharah, you make them lose their mental. The TP coming through, managed to bait them out. They didn't do anything with it. They forced Vae Victis off the high ground. Eski taking down Chief Captain while the Arista Storm is on the floor. He doesn't manage to get too many, but they're going through. They're locking them down. Wazzy and Darlo are slowly taking apart Cosmos, but Darlo, what are you doing? Why are you on the floor? You're a Pharah. We've got in the park now. He's on top. Was he falling down to Asp on Selector? We've got Chief Captain coming through. Managed to take down 2 by himself. There's my Loda, who's literally got 1 health in the bank. And now Vae Victis are coming through. They're taking it for themselves. I don't even understand how both they almost lost that and how Cosmos didn't take that for themselves.
I think Vae Victis has seen a few using heal slots once against 2 Cosmos. It means they know that they need to pull out the fire just to win. Because not only will that fire just counter the play, but that fire pick will tilt the living hell out of a few of these players, notably
Not a few, all.
Notably Lota.
Let's see. The TP coming through. Managed to get Sigurd absolutely massive. Doesn't find anyone though thanks to the window and thing. Silence! Silence! You can't do this, man! This is illegal! The high noon from Chief. I don't think he's gonna find anything with it. Silence is taking them down. Silence just killed 5 of them!
I might say Silence just carried that fight, putting his 2 Cosmos onto his back 100%.
Silence, are you
single?
True. Look at this man! Look at him! He's simply too good. He's simply too good. Silence is just built different.
Silence just silently assassinating the entire team.
When in doubt, silence. That's how you win. He's
1 minute
he has
silence
been
for
proving-
silence.
He has been proving throughout this match that when he needs to come out in these clutch situations, he can and will do it. He knows how, and he can definitely pull it off. But this is a very strange composition on Vae Victis. A Ball Sigma combined with a Pharmacy Zen Tracer. This is something that you really would have seen like kind of early 2021, around January when like the Ball Tracer was really sort of controlling the meta. But now we've got the one difference of like throwing a Pharah in there instead of like the Echo or the Ash that would usually be in play. This is like it's a bit of a mix of current meta combined with almost a year ago now, the meta from last year, kind of really showing off how it's changed. But we're coming through. Loda's actually on the Torbjorn instead of the Echo, and they're locking it in now. We've got Asp with the pockets, the Esta-Key Mercy, Reflex.
I'm a bitch, I'm a boss. So,
Shit,
keep going.
I'm gonna kill you. Reflex can rate the
I'm a
Mercy as we
bitch.
progress. We got Darlo now. Darlo and Chief, they're swapping up the team comp, completely switching it over, which is very strange. I would have stuck with that comp in my opinion, but sure look. The Victis are the real players on the cast.
Yeah.
Storm almost
And-
falling to the turret.
We're seeing these customers putting out on a more casual bunker comp while Vae Victis also playing bunker type, just with the double shield instead. I think it's a good matchup. I think Cosmos actually might have potential value because of the Diva. But
What's
Diva
he
is just
doing?
not cool.
I don't know what was he's doing. He was kind of just playing outside by himself for no reason.
I think it was.
From Darlo.
I think it was looking for a big off angle for the team, forcing pressure from another angle. I think that was, or forcing us, for example, out.
I can understand trying to find an angle, but I don't understand hinting for the angle. That's something I don't agree with personally. But sure, look, they're going through. Silence falling out of the mech, getting a little bit too greedy. She Captain taking him down with Esta-Key on the Mercy, showing that he is the boss. Loda. Loda's pulling off a Wuzzy right there, going straight into that backline with the window going out on the side of Evictus. Rising up Wuzzy after Loda came all over him. And we're coming through now. Windows coming out. Both teams not really trying to face each other as they come through. And it seems like now Cosmos are just going to huddle themselves inside the point. At this rate, Cosmos will nearly be better off just like staying inside the point and playing for time. We've got Loda coming back on the Hanzo. Trying to find the pick from afar. Asp with a very well-placed headshot. Manages to find out Wuzzy. We've got FD. Just face tanking. You're playing Orisa, man. You're not on right. Heard you gotta stay behind that shield. Got tanking the dynamite. Very nice pull. Esta-Key. Look at him.
Girl.
He's done.
Girl boss moments. I'm a bitch. I'm a boss.
Oh, let's go. Let's go, Westa. Let's go, Westa.
Another one.
He takes.
There's another one for the girl boss himself.
Oh.
Come on, guys, all in chat. Put it on. I'm a bitch. I'm a boss.
Why do we have him on Lucio? Cosmos, get this man on Mercy. Keep him on Mercy if you want a chance at winning the rest of this game. The teams are regrouping now. The swap's coming through. The Monkey, Tracer, Diva. I don't really what do you think of that?
I think it's very bad. I stand by Mauricio, Monkey Diva being an incredibly bad conversation.
Yeah.
I can only see it working in mirror, but just play ball. Sorry, Monkey just bad. He was just play
but it's
ball.
working. The skill orb manages to take down Asp. What was he saying? Get rid of Esta-Key. I feel like Cosmos are now going to be stuck into a lot more of a copied Mercy.
They copied Mercy. I think Darla is looking for the girl boss moment.
Darlo wants to position in his own boss montage. And he's coming through. Silence just going to be trying to stall at the point for as long as he can. Well then. That should not have worked. It did.
Yeah, it seems like I am wrong. Don't quote me, guys. 6 man is a very good comp, apparently. Promise. It's great.
New defense point.
Let's see. Got Vae Victis now. With no ults on their side, they were either used last fight or they only managed to build them up. They're coming through trying to take them on. We've got Asp right on possibly one of the best high grounds to deal with that composition. He's going to have eyes from both of his teammates coming through. But he's going up onto the left side. He falls down. He's keeping him alive, but he falls down right back up onto the middle high ground where he just was. Window comes out from Cosmos. Not exactly in the best position possible. We've got Hate trying to take on Misfit on the back himself. He's got the stick bomb on FD, but Bob's coming out. FD kills
your boss!
Let's go.
I'm a boss. He's going for more. You can tell it. He's looking for more.
He's searching for it. He's looking.
He's got the valve. He's pulling out the glove.
He's taking
going for the load.
Come on, let's
I'm
go.
a bait. I'm a boss. I'm a bait. I'm a boss.
Let us get the kill. Let us get the kill.
Look at how this game is currently going. I need to put out the lyrics for girls.
Come down and ask managed to finish him off before he can jump. This map is really going in the favor of Cosmos, whether or not they end up taking home. The time bank is, 2 minutes ahead. That's absolutely amazing for Cosmos, and we can also see Loda has now stopped over to the McCree. Which is a very strange pick from him. He is known for that Genji, that Echo. Seeing him on the McCree is not something I would usually expect from him.
Cassidy.
The double hook can be worked. He jumps in, the Victis is coming in. The lamp goes out. Doesn't matter to find much. Primal Rage going out on Storm. He's trying to look for the kills. Hate is absolutely insane. Finds the kill on Asp, but falling in the process to Silence, who is just improving to really be able to carry Cosmos through these fights. Chief takes down Misfit, and Chief is also really taking apart Cosmos for himself. Got Wuzzy going through, too much, find much. 2 divas on the field. Which one's the real one? Got the second bomb coming out. What are you gonna do? Dodge it? He's going through. He doesn't get rebound. Creating manages to escape. He's taking on people. He's trying to stall out this fight. The Victis only have one thing on their mind, and it's capture this point. All Cosmos want to do is stall this out for as long as possible. If they can get to overtime, that will nearly secure the map for them. Beat coming out from Hate. He's really proven to be clutch this game. Got Darlo manages to come in along with Hate and takes out Minister for himself. Silence and Loda though, pulling the fight back. We got the Skid Rope going out, taking down Loda now, and Esky is still alive. What is this man doing? How is he he's taking Hate's power. How is he okay? Let's see. He's trying to take on Hate. Who's going to be the Lucio diff? Who's going to take it? But Asp comes through and takes out Hate.
Exactly. He needs help because Hate is a lot better Lucio player, as we currently see.
You're saying that, although to be fair to Esta, he stalled that. He helped stall that point. He never died. He never died during the entirety of that stall. He managed to keep it for himself, but Silence just jumped off the map. He's still dead. Vae Victis are going to try and come in with that extra player advantage going through. If he gets the slam in,
that's a big open pick.
Let's see, Loda getting dove. I'll be impressed if he lives. He might take down the Genji as he falls. That's the best way that you can go it. And FTD now is trying to take on the Tracer. He is going to int. Let's see how it goes. Who will win? Ball. Production quality. Dynamite comes out, kills Tracer.
And it's just like they can't touch.
Wuzzy, what are you doing?
Another big boot from Silence, just beeping us out.
Wuzzy, come on, man. You can touch that point. Silence.
And that's second map for Cosmos.
DJ. Silence has the better gaming shot.
Oh my.
Oh, that, yeah. Oh, show me. Oh, show me. Oh, look at that.
What a bomb. What a bomb.
Beautiful. He's coming through.
Chasing on Storm. There's hello waves kills. Oh my.
He gets the 5th later on. Who is this legend? And Silence. 27 kills. Who is this absolute legend? Silence. He's really coming out. He's really just coming out clutch for Cosmos. Like, it's just really working out for them.
Yeah, it really is. I think in that map, Silence, without doubt, is the clutch player, the carry of 2 Cosmos.
It really is. Like on King's Row, it was kind of a mix of Loda and Silence kind of together taking things on themselves. But now, I don't even know how to describe it. You've just got Silence. He's everywhere that he needs to be. When you need the bomb, he's got the bomb. When you need the eat, he's got the eat. When you need the boop to stop them from touching the point, he's got the boop ready. Is there anything this man cannot do? That is something we are yet to find out this game. But with our next map has been locked in. It is going to be Junkertown. Reflect, please. You had comments on this near the start. I would like to hear them once again.
I think realistically, it's Junktown. Junktown first is known for sniper compositions, and I find it weird as I think Vae Victis is the team chosen this map, and I think I would like to give it the advantage to Activius Cosmos when it comes to the sniper duels. And the snipers are the ones that decide how the match will go when it comes to maps like Junkertown. So I'm quite interested to see how realistically either the Sen matchup or how the tank matchup will go to see how it will end up. I was interested to see if we'll see Bold Sigma or if we will see Orisa Sigma. Maybe potentially we could see a Hog, but I doubt we will see a Hog. Other than that, I expect the classic Sen Mercy, double sniper with this
I think the
Sigma
hog.
and something.
I think the hog is possible. I think there's a good chance that it will come out. I can see it being possible. I don't know how possible, but I can definitely say that it's very likely to come out. I can see it being picked. Maybe if Cosmos go for a more ball kind of comp, Invictus would pull out the hog themselves. But I definitely know that Cosmos, they're not the biggest fans of the hog. They much prefer their Sigmas, their Divas, even their Zarias. That's a lot more of the kind of things they like to play. They're not exactly too big when it comes to the more sort of solo queue, for want of a better word, picks. They're not a big fan of the hog. You know, they're they're a very synergy kind of team. Like they like to play the comps that require like the big teamwork. They like playing the comps that require pure stupidity to work. They don't really play too much of the Renai crew, as I like to say, with the double bubble. They don't really like playing everyone can kind of get stuff done by themselves. They like an all or nothing kind of play style, which I think is really it's very effective.
I mean, possibly. I don't think this will happen, but I would like to see, if possible, if anyone remember the stiff charge on Junktown first out of spawn doors, then all the way to the high ground.
Trust me, I definitely remember it.
I don't think we'll see it, but if we will see it, that would be amazing.
Someone message FTD. Tell them to pull it out. If I don't see a sniff charge, I will be disappointed.
Yeah, but I don't think it will happen. I'm expecting the ball over Risa for a Sigma for at least the first couple of points, and then we'll most likely see changes on second point and especially third points. We're expecting also to see the Sen possibly being played throughout the entire map, and then just having the Mercy change between either Brig or BAP is my prediction. And having double snipers on first point and then switching over to something like a Tracer potentially on second and third. So yeah.
Well, now we're just waiting for the teams to play the game. Unfortunately, they need to do this thing called human stuff. They're going to they're using the bathroom, using you know the everything. They are human after all. I believe we're about to take maybe a 5 minute break. We'll see. We're going to wait for confirmation from the teams. If they're going to be taking a quick break, then we shall do the same ourselves. We'll be back with you in roughly 5 minutes, but we won't try to keep it too long. We're just going to see what ends up happening here.
It's currently not been decided. So let's go back to the other maps and discuss a little bit how the other maps been going. Because as we saw at the start, it looked for me as Vae Victis would just take this 3-0. I'm gonna be honest. Like the way they dominated on the brawl mirror, just the way the team play just looked a lot better. It looked a lot more cleaner. So I was expecting them to just fully win the game out of that 3-0. No competition. And then we saw King's Row. Team Cosmos pulling out the funny, just carrying on the momentum through the entire map, and then keep on carrying the momentum through this Hanamura as well. That especially give a shout out to Silence as well on Hanamura. Really showing off who the better player is in the title lobby.
Really is. Coming in clutch when he's needed. I believe the teams are ready. There doesn't seem like there will be a break, so my apologies, chat. We did bait you.
But again,
now
that
we're coming
means
through.
we get to see more Overwatch, which is a good thing.
It's a good thing to watch more, not a good thing to play more. I'll pass on that front.
That's a fair argument.
All right, and we are going in to our next map,
Welcome
Junkertown.
to Junkertown.
Now, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. To be flat out honest with you. I don't know which team really has the advantage. I know that Cosmos do enjoy their snipers with Asp on the team. Very strong Widowmaker player.
Ready for battle.
What? Okay, I'm assuming we're being baited.
Wait, are we going to see Vae Victis going for a spawn camp?
Attackers
Is this what we're seeing?
incoming in 30
As you seen the Bap, Lucio, Cassidy? Not really. Oh, never mind. That's the more traditional Widow. It's a double shield. Now I'm just expecting. I'm just waiting. Oh, they decide to opt for the brig, which I don't really agree with. I don't see the brig getting any value at all unless FTD potentially goes down on the ball. But I think I think the Mercy for constant distance spam is just a lot better.
Attackers incoming.
The Mercy's a more consistent start. However,
Stop the payload.
it seems like they are coming out with a ball Genji. They've got the on as well, so they've got the nanoblade potential along with the Mercy to pocket both DPSs when it's needed. Asp and Chief are going to be taking each other on in the Widow duels, and we're going to see how this ends up going.
I predict going towards Asp.
We'll see.
Ooh.
Both teams now just in the usual poke phase. No hard commitments are going on. This is what I like to call the neutral game. Nothing's going to be happening for the foreseeable future. We got Chief and Asp aren't really taking pot shots at each other and kind of just going for each other's teams, getting in some harass when they can. Big move going out from FTD, managed to send that one, and Silence is taking on Darlow in the corner. He's not the Mercy Rock, doesn't manage to do much, but the lamp going out now. The Silence is losing his health. Kate takes down Load himself, and now that's Cosmos down one. Kate is really just controlling the flow of battle. The Brig is actually not too bad for a pick, but Asp takes down Chief Captain in the Widow duel. Kate now is anti-nated. He doesn't manage to die though. He's being kept alive by his team. The Parka has the window ready for the next fight, and FTD is just harassing the backline. Window comes through, trying to kill FTD. He has 1 health, and I think he's going to fall, and he will. But Asp is taking down Multi. Sigma ult coming through. Asp gets down another. He's showing his strength on the Widowmaker, but Darlow is taking down Silence because of the window. But Asp landing another one, and Loda gets 2 with the Nano Blade. And well played. You know, that was on the. I was thinking that was going to be on the side of Vae Victis there, but the DPS players came in clutch when they needed to. The Nano Blade comes through, good placement of it, managed to find 2, and Asp was getting in the right shots, taking down the perfect targets that were needed. It's really just well played by both teams. And now we can see Kate has swapped over to his signature Lucio, the man himself.
And as well, I would say when it comes to Genji pick, I stand by and believe that Genji is a very good counter towards double shield compositions, as it's semi-easy to get a poke in, and the dash is crucial as it doesn't get affected by shields. It's easy to finish up potential kills that as damage, stuff like that.
There it is, so Eski with the lamp coming through, was he? Does manage to find a FD, and the Battle Mercy's coming from.
And it's in the other one.
They've got a family, dude. Perez
A little bit too festive with the Battle Mercy now. But even with that, it wasn't enough. They got the rest of the man disengaged.
I think the Battle Mercy, while I won't say it was the reason they lost, it definitely secured their place of not being able to win.
I agree. It did have an effect, and it also now allowed Chief to switch off the video and go into the Cassidy, which is massive. As I
They
don't
go
see
for
Widow
it,
working
and
anymore.
anyone. And now Cosmos are split. They've got 3 who are stuck underneath. They've got FD who's behind, and the rest are all not really able to do too much. That Storm is trying to rush Silence. Doesn't manage to find him yet, but he's going to die soon enough, and he ends up killing himself thanks to the recoil. Chief taking down both DPS by himself. He takes down a third as well with Esta. And Cosmos are just slowly getting taken apart. Kind of showing that their strength, it definitely lies in both in the sniper duels and in the brawl. But Vae Victis seem to be a lot more rounded as a team. They seem to like their double bubbles, or not even their double bubbles, sorry, their double shields. With the lamp being forced out, now would be a very good time to engage. With the mines coming through from FTD, he still falls down to Chief Captain though. Loda takes down Storm himself, and we got the legs rushing into the backline. But Silence, he's securing up the team for himself. He's taking them on. The Mercy is won. What is happening?
I would personally like to see Cosmos switch off the Ana Sin. I would like to see that Zen, as I feel like Sin is a lot more optimal. They're really limiting the souls.
Zen will perform a lot more consistently into that double shield. But you also need to keep in mind, with the Genji out, you really do need that Ana.
You also need to keep in mind that you need to
do it with the Mercy. We'll end up seeing how it finally forms out. We've got Asp coming up on the Bob. He's going to be thrown out soon. We'll find out. FD takes down Darlow. They're down 1 already. Asp is taking down the flank. He goes behind. He's harassing the enemy team. With the window just falling out from Vae Victis, they're blacking it out. The Bob coming through. And the Sigil landing down. Asp takes down 2 by himself. FTD gets a big slam onto 2 different targets. And that's going to be the second point going over to Easy Cosmos. That was very nicely done by Silence once again. A very, very well placed Sigma ult. Took up roughly 4 people. Matt managed to take down an FDT is just spinning. Taking him off. No high ground for you, good sir. And they're coming through. It seems like they're going to be rushing up the high ground. Will FTD manage to live? They don't land the CC that they need to, so he does manage to get out himself. And Loda takes down Darlow again. Darlow is not having the best of times. He's kind of stuck on the soldier. Doesn't seem to be a character he's too comfortable with. He's not to do too much. Got Loda as well with Blade. I think he's going to be looking for it soon. But he's kind of just playing at the moment.
I think he's going to save it for the... I'm expecting him to save it for potential Nano. I think Nano Blade will just secure the map potentially if the card gets too much progress.
Loda takes out Chief Captain and takes down Hate as well. But now with the soldier on the flank along with the Sigma. Very nice rock landing onto FTD. But he's not managing to find any value with the soldier. They're playing behind the cover. They're using the shield. They're blocking out all the damage that could have possibly come with it. With Bob coming down now but getting burnt down. We've got the Nano Blade is coming up soon, 15%, and it can come back. FTD engaging with Bomb. The Dynamite comes through. Oh, and it's absolutely massive. He takes down the Lucio. And the BAP is won. Doesn't manage to find him yet. And Wuzzy is taking down the Silence himself. Wuzzy is proving that he is a good off-tank player, but he doesn't seem to be as consistent as Silence is. And now, oh no. They're charging off the ults, off the Hammond mines. You hate to see it, but it's happening either way. Darlow has also swapped himself over to the Torb, and now we've got the Nano Blade ready. I don't think the Nano Blade's going to be able to find too much if they can't force out the Lucio's.
Yeah.
Darlow,
I think the Lucio is going to be crucial. What's the lamp?
Nano Blade comes through. As predicted, doesn't manage to find anything. Chief Captain, they actually use 2 ults to combat that single one. And now, the Sigma ult comes through. Silence takes down Chief Captain, takes down 2. FTD taking down FTD, they're down 3. Hate is going off the backline, managed to take down Misfit by himself though. While Silence is on his own in the backline. He's 1v3. I don't think he'll be able to find too much value with it. The Loda managed to take down Wuzzy, and now there's only one person around. It's the Orisa. That was nearly horrendous for Cosmos, but they managed to pull it back with Asp and Loda managing to keep Silence alive by themselves. And now Vae Victis is slowly coming out. They've only got the 2 DPS players ready at the moment. They've got no ults to be able to take it on, so with the single ult coming through as well, I don't know how well they'll be able to take this on. The single ult coming through, manages to land on Asp, doesn't find the kill. With the window coming out as well. I've got Loda, ooh, very nice shot, but falls down to the mines from FTD on hand. Silence takes out the park up by himself, and now he's spinning around. FTD's mines, absolutely finding everyone, getting loads of value. A beautiful slam, and Asp manages to find a pick onto Hate. Loda and Silence finishing off the last 2 picks and securing the final point for Cosmos. Cosmos,
Score
they're great at turning these fights around.
3.
I feel like
Switching sides.
Yeah, I've noticed.
you'll see a fight that seems very favored for Vae Victis, and then Cosmos just say, no, we're winning this. They come in, they take it back for themselves.
And I also noticed that when those happens, it's almost always 3 players that's alive when they turn the fight. Silence, Asp, and Shadows. And I think that's rather interesting, as both supports are dead or only have one of them, but they still manage to turn the fight like almost every single time. So I don't know if that's a good target focus and cleanup from 2's Cosmos, or if it's just poor target focus from Vae Victis.
I feel like it's a bit of a mix of both. Like Cosmos' target focus, it's very good and very, I don't want to say bad, but it's inconsistent. That's the word I'm looking for. It doesn't. There are moments where it shines, and there's other moments where you're kind of looking at it like, lads, come on, it's just this one. But they're coming out with the comp you'd expect from them. They've got the Bull, they've got the Sigma, they've got they've got their Genji and Widow. It's a good comp. It's what you would expect out of them. But I'm kind of questioning the Vae Victis comp, the Monkey Diva. Reflect, what do you think about that?
I think it's quite obvious what I think about it. I am openly against the more Lucio Monkey Diva. But again, it's been proven to me like 2-3 times already that Vae Victis will make it work. Which we currently are seeing they are at the moment making work.
Darlo.
So
I feel like it worked well, like as well as it did just there because of Darlo's initial pick onto the Moda on the Genji.
Possibly. Nice. That's a high possibility that is a good reason for it. As that means they lack potential poke and they lack finish up. That's a good chasing method as well.
He steals away the pack and falls in the process. You love to see it. Asuka's the pick now onto Ace. Both teams are in a 5v5 situation with the Moira all coming through, coalescing being locked out. Silence coming out now on the Sigma. Managed to find any crucial targets, but does pick up the Diva Kazanti. Takes her out of the mech. Gets a rock on Starlo and takes him down as well. Beautiful combo coming out from him. And now Storm is on the point, trying to take down the Sigma. Sigma's their target. They know that the power that Silence has. They lock in the Monkey up to try and take him on, but Esther with the Valve. He comes in, he rises Silence. He knows who to res, he knows who can bring the fight back, and they're taking it on. As he's slowly getting back into the next, falls down to Ast, and Storm taking down Silence himself with the blade coming out from Loda. FTD gets down Hate as well with the whip.
Ooh.
The shot from Asp, I lost. Look at him go. And Loda taking down an initial 2 people. An additional 2 people, should I say, with the blade. Cosmos, they're really the kings of turning fights around. I feel like they're the best, like their their most shining moments are these clutch plays, where the odds are stacked against them, but they manage to come through with it. They seem to just perform at their best there. But now with the next fight starting, Skill Orb gets thrown out. You got the big slam coming in from FTD, doesn't manage to find too much though thanks to the monkey bubble that was put down. Loda very low on the health. The very nice stick manages to land on SP, and the big EMP finds 2. Both teams are down, it's 5v5, but Loda falls now. 4 versus 5. Arca coming through. We got the nano boost going down onto the ball. Isn't able to do anything since he's hacked. Getting hacked again. The Diva mech comes through. Doesn't manage to find anyone with the rematch kill. And look like Cosmos are just going to be looking to stall out the point once again. They don't manage to properly stall it, but they are backing off. And they take the point for themselves. A very scrappy fight, I feel like that was. There wasn't much of an order to it.
Yeah, it kind of was. But again, going into that fight, and this fight as well, the Victors just had pretty big counter advantage, which they can just easily snowball the fight from.
The coalescence from the Parka, I'm curious, I'm interested. We'll see. Storm managed to pick on the SP, trying to put the coalescence with work. Got the Dragon Blade going out from Loda. Parka takes down the Misfit now, making it 2 kills down, but Darlo taking down Loda as well. The Genji Blade seemingly being wasted. FTD falling himself, and now is just Asp on the Tracer, stalling at the point. Chief comes in, manages to clean it up by himself. once again, very well played by Vae Victis, and they're kind of proving their strats that they come out with. Well, they may not be the funny levels of surprising. You don't expect them to work, but they're managing to come through with it. They are able to make the come to work. And Loda on the far. This is going to be very interesting indeed. He comes through from Hate, manages to land on the point. Storm takes down the Pharmacy by himself. Who said you need hit scan to take down a Pharmacy? Got Chief Captain taking down Misfit as well. FTP manages to find a melee kill onto Hate himself. Darlo looking around, getting the hacks where it's needed. Manages to attack the ball as well. And Storm is really clean on the cleanup for duty here. He's taking care of everyone. Asp gets hacked and falls while stalling the point. They're just getting taken apart by this team comp Cosmos are. They're not really able to find their footing. And it's especially bad for them now. They've got Loda on the far, it's a character he does not like at all. He doesn't like playing against it, doesn't like playing it. It's not a good comp pick for him. I don't see it working at all. You'll be much better off locking in that echo. You'll be much more consistent with the players. And Tarlo gets his invis cancelled and falls down. Very well done. From the side of Cosmos. Naparka takes down the Pharaoh with the Coalescence. Manages to get res though, so it was all for nothing. One, he takes the thing down FTD, but I think this fight is going to be coming out in the favour of Cosmos. Forgot was he getting bombed and going through, getting the melee down. Hate Loda's not having a good time on the Pharaoh. He's getting killed by absolutely everyone. Is not in the positioning isn't what you would expect from the Pharaoh. Gotta get taken down by the wrong target. FTD getting hacked as he slams in. That's a dead ball. And now the Victis are turning the fight around for themselves, pushing Cosmos into their spawn, gunning it back for the Mercy. He manages to run away this very well timed life. You got the EMP is ready as well, along with the Primal Rage being taken out. Cosmos, I feel they're not gathering themselves. They haven't managed to take a proper fight in a very long time. Backing out with Darlo still has that EMP ready. I'm assuming he's waiting for the feed off this one. Got the fire barrage ready soon. You got the bull's going out. Miss it. Doesn't manage to find too much. It's a really mech kill. The barrage is coming through. Doesn't manage to find anyone except for the mech. Parker takes down Loda and SK getting the res on Asp. Chief Captain cleaning up the fight with Storm. And it looks like the Victis are going to be taking this fight back for themselves. We've got FTD coming back on the ball, ready to stall out a point. Cosmos only have one thing on their mind, and it is stall this for as long as they possibly can. He's got the shield, he's got the hooks, but he doesn't manage to have the life. Who's next on Cosmos? Who's next to solve this? Loda coming out on the McCree of all characters to solve this out. Not what you'd expect. Naparka unleashing the Coalescence manages to take him down, and Asta coming out on the Valve as well. Doesn't die yet, but is getting extremely close to it. With beat going out through from Hate, keeping all of Vae Victis alive. This is not a fight that Cosmos can win, but it's definitely a fight that they can stall out. The movement coming out from SCP is really keeping them alive. But was he? Storm, Naparka, they're completely demolishing Cosmos left and right. We've got FD trying to stall the point for as long as he can, but Loda is getting held in the spawn. He tries to run up to the point, gets booted back by the Primal Rage, and that is the point going over to Vae Victis.
Which means we will see a round 3 and a round 4. I'm still very surprised over the fact that they managed to get the Monkey Diva work, especially as the map is Junkertown. And anyways, as I said earlier, I generally strongly still believe that the composition is very bad. But if you can keep making it work, then why stop using it? If it ain't broke, why fix it, you know?
I'll fix it.
So I'm expecting them to possibly
expect, but it's working, to be fair.
So I'm expecting them to possibly stick.
The same comp.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. It wouldn't surprise me if they decide to stick. At the same time, it wouldn't surprise me either if Lotus sticks on their Bastion. I think the Bastion pick could potentially work, and it would be very fun to see as well, as Bastion is fun to see.
I think the Bastion is nice. I don't think they'll be going out with the Bastion. They're going on to their ball, they've got a Sombra. One thing now is that they've... Vae Victis have realised that Cosmos don't play well into the sort of 6-man rush. They don't manage it too well. They don't know how to play against it properly. But are they sticking? No, they're not sticking with the Bastion. They've gone onto the Reaper. They've got a rush. This is the strangest Junkertown I've ever seen in my life. Not a sniper on either team. This is some level 1 quick play level of jumper tempo we're seeing here. Storm killing Etsuki. They've lost their speed, but both Luciers are falling. But obviously Hate falls later on. The Parka falling as well. The Brawl is actually demolishing the 6-man. What on earth am I watching? Darlow might just take down Ash before he has to back off, and Chief is now on the single duty of stalling out the point for as long as he can. He seems like he's going to be going for a spawn camp here, but Loda TP's in, almost kills Chief. He's very low on health. Doesn't seem like he'll be able to get away with too much. Goes with the recall. The slipperiness of Chief is really proving to be a good point, but he wastes the pulse spot.
I was going to say as well, Fuse Cosmos has managed to find a very quick counter onto the 6-man playing the normal brawl, as it's a non-counter to the normal brawl. Very quick, smart thinking from Fuse Cosmos.
It really is. Got Darlow now coming up on the AP, but the fight is happening around point. Neither team have their ults coming up. We have the Lamp coming in. We have a Shatter up from FD. Is he going to be able to find anyone? He isn't using it yet though, because it seems like the fight's going to be one. FD and Sun's taking down Wazia and Haste. FD as well managing to take down Shift. He doesn't even know what's happening himself. He's swinging around. He's turning into a helicopter. Play the song. And now it seems that Vae Victis, they're swapping over their team plan. They're going onto the ball over the monkey. I think this is less of a tactical switch, more stall. They just want pure stall power, which is why they've got this ball coming out here. Well, let's see how Loda does. He's running away now. Doesn't seem like he wants to be able to fight this too much. One EMP could completely steal Cosmos' fate here. Eston needs to charge up this beat, or at least Misfit. He needs to find the lamp with the absolutely massive EMP. Manages to find 5 people. But with the high noon, he comes through, he takes down 3, and the fight is still won for Cosmos. They've taken down 4 people. All with land a shot. It's a land a shot, and he doesn't even land with 1. The silence comes through, and he takes it himself. And it seems like the Tracer is in the spawn. It's a Tracer versus Lucio. Can Estiki take him on? We'll find out next time on 2Easy community streaming show matches.
And even if it's, I'm guessing SWK will come back to fight, and which means they had the bomb, they had the reprod, and they had the beat coming into this fight. So Vae Victis basically only has the beat and
it'll be a massive one. Doesn't find anyone while Asp is still killing Darla. Asp taking down 2. This man is absolutely on the word.exe. Loaded with the Death Blossom. Right when the Wazzy mech falls, trying to find anything. Silence pushing Storm back, and Chief Captain isn't able to find anything, and that's the 2nd point secured for Cosmos, and Chief was right at the end of the fight, not managing to come through and stall anything, and we were reaching the 3rd point. Cosmos.
I don't agree with Dada's pick on Twitter here. I think this Twitter pick is incredibly questionable, and in my opinion, a bit of a throw. So I'm curious to see how we'll make it work.
I'm in agreement with your repack. I don't see this working. But,
and we also see the 10 Lucio as well. But again, I hate the speed, so I'm guessing that's why he's sticking with it. But so does Esther. So I'm guessing a beat trade will probably be realistic here.
We got 3 coming up from Cosmos. Hate is now using his, trying to keep it for himself. Chief Captain takes down Loda. And Darla taking down Asp. The Widow is actually proven to be good. He ties to Estiki. He comes through onto the backline. It's now even for both teams. But was he saying that actually? I don't think the Cosmos are going to be able to sustain this fight. They've got the window coming out. But they're missing their DMAC. Come through. Chief Captain takes down Misfit. Now Loda has come back onto the Tracer. But Storm, the massive slam, and he gets rid of 2. So the Widow wasn't the reason they won, but it wasn't exactly the reason they lost.
No.
So
that's a fair point.
To give credit where it is most certainly due.
It seems like throughout this entire series, if I have an opinion on something, I will get proven wrong. So should I just make a random prediction saying Bastion is a very bad pick, and then maybe we'll see Bastion be played? I wouldn't say get your hopes up, but you never know.
Ready for battle.
I'm gonna go with Pharah is a bad hero. Let's see how hopeful I can be.
I would really like to avoid a Pharah, but if you see a Pharah,
sure, Loda locked into Pharah on 2nd defense in the last one, sure. So you never, or 3rd point defense even.
But it seems like Cosmos are opting for the spawn camp, and I'm not really surprised. Like just taking off as much time as possible from the clock, as they managed to cap 5 points might be crucial.
Now, there
Backing
is
up
one
ultimates.
thing I don't like, and that's the Hanzo. I would opt for a Mei if you're going to be playing the spawn camp.
Yeah,
4,
I agree.
2,
I think the May roles would be crucial. But at the same time, just
What?
having a okay, never. Okay,
The
yeah,
sniff
that was well.
charge! The sniff charge, let's go!
Yeah, FDD,
Mine's two.
FDD caught back at it again. Oh,
Let's see. The DPS are taking the far side exit. Darla come through, doesn't manage to find anyone with a punch. He almost dies. This spawn camp is proving its worth already. It's already taken almost 30 seconds off the time bank. If Victis are struggling to leave the cart, are struggling to leave the spawn, but they've got the bastion now. They're not able to do anything. They're coming out the left door. Loden needs to run back if he wants a chance at living. That's exactly what he'll do. The slam comes through. Doesn't manage to find anyone, but the bastion falls. The Rhine is inting in. He's taken FTD off the map. That's actually massive spawn advantage that they're going to have now. Estaki taking down Captain as well in the process. But it seems like the Victors have managed to just about take apart the original spawn camp, but they're not going to be able to take the second point, or the first point even. I think there's going to be we're going to see a second fight on this point. Misfit coming
Misfit.
through. Misfit, come on, one more. Let's see. No, I was just running towards the point. Feels bad.
But that's almost a minute off the clock. It is actually more than a minute off the clock from the spawn camping. Like one fight win now from 2 Cosmos, and not just the map is theirs, but the entire series is theirs. If they manage to win this one fight.
I will still stand by LeMay. Could have gotten a little bit more value, could have even gotten some overtime. But Loda has been getting in the work, so we might talk. We've got a fight coming in now. The shatter comes out, gets blocked. Both windows coming through, doesn't find too much. We got the high noon on the very top, doesn't find anything as well. Silence with the bomb. Can he do it? Manages to take down one. Storm falling to Asp and looks at him. May have a chance of going over. G-Captain takes down SK with the beat going out from Hate. Now with the dragons from Loda come through. Silence gets taken out of the mech, and the Hate now is taken away. G-Captain comes through, takes down one. Remech going from Muzzy. He's managed to find too much, gets pinned by FD. But they managed to come back. They had the initial pick. Cosmos had the first pick. They were the reason that someone had died at the very beginning. They don't manage to pull back that original victory. And Wuzzy is coming through and actually proving that he can contain a minor amount of Silence's power.
Esther dying there earlier, giving the Vae Victis the beat opportunity there. It's probably the reason they lost that. And the fact that they had the beat advantage, I think if Esther doesn't die there, get the beat off, I think it's a clean fight for the 2 Cosmos. Because he died early, you can get a beat off, and then the beat advantage was given to them. But now they have the beat advantage instead. So if a good place beats can be crucial there.
It really can. So we're gonna see what ends up happening now. Then Parker kind of just hiding in the corner on the back. Doesn't seem to be looking to take too big a fight with Estaki. He's got the loose already. With the lamp coming through, the beat goes down as well along with the shatter. Doesn't manage to find anyone. The Parker falls and the big slam. What? FD took him for an absolute ride with that charge. But now Loda, let's go through. He's killed 2. Can he get a third? They've taken down 4 members of Evictus. Will they be able to get the next one? Ace is dying on the cart, and that's
GG's. Cosmos gets series and then
Cosmos to the Hall of Fame. You have defeated Vae Victis Academy. Why is there only 5 people on the screen?
of the game.
I'm not bothered to question. Chief Captain with the play of the game. That was a series right there.
It really was.
Let's see. Let's look at it. Oh, the shot.
I would say, coming into the series, I would say, and it probably still is, it's a bit of an upset. The way Vae Victis dominated the first round, it looked like it would be a clean sweep. Clean
It really
sweep.
did.
And
Like
as well, Vae Victis as well is known for being 4K 4.1 4-2 team, while 2 Cosmos is known to skimming around 3.8. So this is a major upset in my books. But at the same time, it's 100% deserved. 2 Cosmos at the end, they pulled up big, and they played a lot better in my opinion.
Another thing that I would like to mention just before we kind of close things off, maybe have an interview with the Silence himself. Something I just really want to point out is what ended up happening was if Evictus lost their footing first map, like you said, I was expecting that to be like maybe a clean sweep or maybe not as close as a series or as it was, not as strong sided. But as the series went on, Cosmos were kind of regaining their footing and making it seem like that first map was a lot more of a warm up map than anything else.
Yeah.
It was a lot more of a what? How would you say? I'm not gonna say a defeat or anything, but it was just like they were just using it as their training arc. You know, they came through.
Yeah.
The second the funny was locked in, I think that did two things. It saved the mental Cosmos, and how do you say, deconstructed the mental of Invictus. Both teams like kind of they came out of that first map, not really with much of a not really with like much of a sort of closeness, for want of a better word. Not really like you're not expecting anything huge out of it. But as the series goes on, Cosmos were proving again and again that they were able to take on the Victus and they could really match them on that composition.
Yeah. I agree. But like a quick question then. For you, who would you say is the MVP of this game? Of the series as a whole?
The MVP,
Yeah,
I
who
have to
would you
give it to
say?
Silence. I have to give it to Silence.
Would you?
The bombs, the boops, on Hanamura.
Then the
This
5K?
what can I say? What else can I say? It's Silence. He came in clutch when he needed to.
I 100%
If I
agree.
had to give like my honorary sort of like my close second,
Has to be Hope, right?
it would be
Or
Asp.
or but Asp for you. Interesting.
I would give it to Asp. He
I would
didn't
actually. That's
he
fine.
didn't exactly he didn't have the same impact. No offense, Asp, I love you. He didn't have the same impact as Silence did, but you could definitely tell if they had maybe if they had a mentor player but they didn't have Asp, the game would have played out extremely differently. He definitely had his extremely good moments. He landed the crucial shots that I really needed to, but in the end, I feel like Silence just had a bigger impact on the game as a whole.
I see. I see. For me, I 100% agree with the Silence pick. I genuinely think Silence, without a doubt, is the carry of the series. Putting Teos Cosmos on the back multiple times for the series. For me, my runner-up is actually Hope. As
Ooh,
like as
really?
you didn't really see it as much on Junktown or on Amura, especially on Amura as just play Mercy. But in Junktown, we did see a few clutch beats, and again on King's Row and Lijiang Tower, Hope was without a doubt the best player in the lobby,
Do you
in
mean
my
hate?
opinion. Hate, I say hate. My bad, guys. I meant hate. I meant hate. My bad. But yeah, the main support player for Vae Victis, without a doubt, was a crucial part in King's Row and the Lijiang Tower success.
Oh no. I believe we should have a quick interview with Silence.
It,
What
is that
what do you think, Reflect?
I'm 100% down to do that.
All right,
If it's possible, that is.
let's get him in. Hello, Silence.
Hello.
How are you, my friend?
I'm feeling good, thank you. How are you?
Well, we're feeling great after that game. How are you feeling after taking that win?
Well, that was that was so I don't know how to describe it really. That was some good gameplay from our team. I don't know. I feel really good. I feel like we started, I don't know, got play together more. I actually focusing targets this time always helps. But
That would be a crucial thing.
yeah,
Mhm.
always helps.
I agree.
Oh, okay. FD forcing his way into the voice chat. You love to see it.
Admin abuse.
Admin abuse, admin abuse.
And how did
So
and
how do
how
you think? What do you think like your team's strongest moments were?
To be honest, I think we actually did all right during like sort of sometimes during late fights when I don't know, we just kind of like cleaned up very fast. But don't like put that on me because I cannot remember anything. Um, yeah, I don't know. We had some good engages as well. We had some very nice like fight plans. Probably our main thing is fight planning there. So yeah, well done to FTD on that, I guess.
how
Yeah.
would you say your individual performance was today, though?
Um,
That's
A lot better than usual.
We
I'm not gonna
will.
lie.
Okay, just this once, we're gonna allow you to ego on stream. So this
Yeah.
is your chance.
You have
We're
been
gonna give
called
you. We're
Okay.
gonna give you
undisputed
30
in the
seconds to ego starting now.
Okay, fire player. Oh my god, honestly, get out of my game. Yeah, I targeted that bomb at you for a specific reason. We love fire players. It's too easy Cosmos, and hope you take it personally.
Darlo,
Yeah.
we want you to know we do love you.
Yes.
They just hate fire players.
Pretty much.
True.
I know. I'm a
it
fire
doesn't.
player and I'm their manager. How do you think I feel?
Yeah. We have exceptions, I guess.
I'm the
Well,
exception because I play other characters. You know. Smile.
There you go. There you go. Yeah.
yeah.
But you
Of
still
course you do.
pick the fire character sometimes. So.
Shh. You put Lota on Farah.
Oh. I
Actually,
don't remember. I didn't
that's
make
something
that
I
call,
want to
so
discuss.
it's not
That's
my
something I
fault.
want to discuss. Why was Shadows on fire on Junker?
We felt like I don't know. He wanted to play Genji, of course. But we just wanted to try out Arab dive, sorry. See if
Fire-
because they had nothing to counter the Farah.
Hang on. So you're telling me that you experimenting in the sermon match?
Kind of.
That's how confident they were.
Yeah,
I can. That's fair.
that's like our third time playing that that comp. So there you go.
Well done.
I mean, that's fair enough.
Thank you, Mr. Silence.
Thank you again.
I am going to kick you from the voice. Do not take it
Okay.
personally. Very well played tonight.
Thank you.
Right.
You.
Good job. Now, we're just going to quickly close out the stream, I would say. So, I'm Rory. I was the one yelling in your ears and also not speaking properly for this entire thing. Smile. We have our beautiful observer slash producer, Mr. Benton.
Nathan. Give Benetton some low in chat,
Some pog
guys.
champs for Benetton, please. Some pog champs for Benetton.
Come on.
Come on, give us something, lads. Give us something for Benetton here. He's the
Show him
reason.
hello.
He's the reason the production quality was somewhat good. You know. He's the reason we have EU production, not NA production. You know. If it weren't for him, God knows.
True.
And
EU
finally, Reflex,
production.
by all means, close it off yourself.
Oh well. I guess I'm closing it up. Well, it's been great having you all here. As we've seen, a great match between Vae Victis Academy and 2 Cosmos. And I hope you all had a great Christmas earlier this year. I hope you have a great New Year. And realistically, we might see you later as well for a few other matches. So have a great one, you all. Good night. Love you all. And bye-bye.
Oh boy, thank you all for watching. You are legends.
See ya.
Bye bye. Thank you all for watching.